focused on the Los Angeles Chargers. We'll start with Khalil Mack. Over under 9.5 sacks. Again, he had 6 sacks last year in 7 games. Does he get to double digits?
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to go over there. Not that I think it's going to be like, egregiously over, but I don't know. It's one of those where I just feel like, hey, it's a new defense and there's just a new energy, and I feel like this will be a year where he bounces back and does stay healthy and does get over 10 sacks.
I will agree with you on that one, but again, it's got to be tied to health. If he can play 10 or more games, I think he can get to 10 or more sacks. How about Joey Bosa? He had 10.5 last year. Over under for him, 10.5 this year.
I'm going over. I'm going over there too. I am.
And look, this is one of the rare categories where you could still hit with 10.5.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It could be exactly on 10.5.
Yes. But I'll go over, for sake of the exercise here. We've seen teams. I mean, last year the Bears, if Khalil Mack stays healthy, they were going to have 2 guys over 10 sacks. If I'm trying to Arizona, they had 2 guys over 10 sacks last year. The Steelers had 2 guys over 10 sacks last year. So it's not crazy to think that can happen easily with these 2 guys. And then you talk about the creativity of Brandon Staley on the defense, and we can't double team both of these guys, and now they're bringing a creative blitz down the middle and issues like that, where I just think they're going to be in a lot more favorable positions than either one of them have ever been in before in their careers.
How about Justin Herbert? Last season, quietly had 5,000 passing yards,
right.
5,014. Not many guys in NFL history had done that. His over-under for this year is 4,600.5. Are you going over or are you going under?
I'm going to go over here, too. I don't think it's going to be 5,000. I hope it's not 5,000. If it's 5,000, it means that it's just too much on Justin Herbert, in my opinion. Where they got to have a little semblance of a run game or something in that way to just take pressure off of them. And I don't know. I'm not sure if they're going to be capable. They've improved their offensive line. There's no doubt about it. Eckler's awesome running back, but more pass game oriented. So they're still going to be a passing football team. I'm going to go over the 4,600. I am.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think that look, we've seen which way the game is going. We see how awesome Justin Herbert is. If he stays healthy, he's going to get over 4,600 passing yards. I mean, he could end up leading in all the categories this year. I just think there's a chance he explodes. What we saw week 18, that epic Sunday night game.
Yeah.
Where he just converting 4th down after 4th down, and I just feel like he reached a higher level in that moment. And I think it carries over to this year.
Agreed. He's the best pocket passing quarterback in football, maybe. Just when you talk about just being in the pocket, people around him, and you got to throw a strike, Justin Herbert's the best in the game. He hits a strike almost every time. To me, he's the number 1 in that category.
How about Keenan Allen? 1,000.5 receiving yards. That's the over-under. Last year he did 1,138.
Oh, I'm going over. I am. They're gonna be high flying, and Keenan Allen is, they got guys that can stress you on the outside, and then Keenan Allen's that bigger type slot that can work the middle of the field, and he still can win on the outside. So I would be absolutely shocked if he's not at 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I mean, it's a low number. A lot of these numbers are low, but the reality is injuries will impact what some of these guys do, and we see what they did last year, and we lead ourselves to think they're going to do it again. That doesn't always happen.
No,
Case in point, Mike Williams, 1146 last year. They got him down at 950.5. We're both going to be tempted to pick the over with him as well.
Yeah, I am going to pick the over. I am. I just don't look at it and go, well, I expect these guys in the offense to go backwards. The only way I could see maybe it go, other than health, which your point is very real there, the only other way I could see it going backwards is because their defense is better and they don't have to get in as many shootouts as they did last year. So that, with all these offensive stats, that's the only thing that I'm like, showing a little trepidation about is just that, because hey, they might be able to go, hey, damn, we got up 17-3 early, and we don't have to throw it 30 more times here in the last, quarter and a half. We can be a little bit more conservative and run the ball and throw a screen and control the ball that way. So that would be the only thing that scares me, despite health.
I just we're getting closer and closer to the point where we're required by law to make predictions for the season. This is going to be a tough season to figure.
Oh my gosh.
And I really do think that unlike any other before, it's going to come down to injuries, fluke plays, bounce of the ball, a bad call, and a good call. There's always a good call to go with the bad call. It's all a matter of perspective as to whether a call is bad or good. But things like that are going to make a difference more than ever this year, because I just feel like, especially in the AFC, those teams are very, very tightly packed together.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.